Well, here we are at the nursery. And guess what we just found out? Moose is dejected. The nursery man just told us that we're too late for bulbs. They should have been planted in October. Anyway, we're gonna walk around and see what else we can get. I love clogs, especially garden clogs. My high heel days are over. Here's what we need. Bougainvillea, flowering vine food. Want some?
Yep.
Okay. Here you go. Love these little primrose too. I'm so attracted to color right now, mainly because our garden is lacking it. We picked out some perennials and a beautiful snapdragon plant, which is not a perennial, but Bill loves them. So
The snaps are the yellows?
the snaps are the big tall yellows. You said you thought we needed taller plants of color. They're
I
beautiful.
love snapdragon.
I know you do. And the other, we have plenty of geraniums, but none in the garden, and I love this color. And of course, they'll bloom out nice and big too. I picked out 3 primroses that were only $1.99, and they're a different colors here. Can you see them?
Yeah, I think they remind me of the Technicolor pictures. Look at this blue in here.
Isn't that beautiful?
They're great, I like them.
That's a purple. And then I got a pink too. And these are to be planted in the shade, so that morning shade, afternoon shade that we get.
Good.
So hopefully, we haven't had very good luck sometimes with primrose, but this one is new to us, and it's called Primavera, and it has...
Primavera is something you order in a restaurant, isn't it?
I know, pasta primavera. And I'm hoping that it will do well. It's a perennial, it's called denim, and it has tons of buds. Isn't that beautiful?
Yep, so are you. You're
we
beautiful.
couldn't get our bulbs today, but we will go home with some color for our garden.
Good.
And maybe have a nice lunch on the way home.
I hope so.
Good. This morning I was up at dawn and caught the sunrise. It was absolutely beautiful, and it turned the whole sky red as you looked out toward the mountains. It was a beautiful day to be in the garden and to start my planting again. My friend Shasta greeted me and was ready for his treat, and also my kitty cat, just quietly waiting for tummy time. There's enough for everybody there. Two years ago, Matthew laid a whole new garden for us and put bark over visqueen, and we had a beautiful new potted garden, no more weeds. I'm going to start with the muscari, which is blue, and it's a perennial. Way down, you can see tiny little buds coming up. Here we go. Bill always loves everything that smells pretty. We do have a beautiful rose bush, one of the old-fashioned red rose bushes that is just gorgeous. See, these are already getting a little tight. See, it's a little late. Look at all the roots in there. Push down the soil, spread it out, and voila, we shall see what the muscari turns out to be, given a little more leg room. And this particular one is kind of a mixture of little tiny muscari, which are the little tiny, I think they might be, are they lilies in here too? And hyacinth, which gives off a beautiful scent. Bill loves the hyacinth. And tulips, of course. We wish we had a whole garden, but we missed it. We'll plant, actually in the spring, we replant your tulip bulbs, I guess. So that's something we won't be replanting. My gloves keep getting in the way. But anyway, my coffee's still slightly warm. I love this time in the morning. One of my happy times. Okay, so I'm taking the iris. These are beautiful purple iris. I guess they don't grow very tall. And I'm gonna plant 3 of them in here, maybe 2. So I'm taking the iris. These are beautiful purple iris. I guess they don't grow very tall. And I'm gonna plant 3 of them in here, maybe 2, see how the roots are. Ooh, look at the roots. That means they've been in this pot too long. So, I'm gonna loosen it up a bit. My fingers. Stick it in. Oh, this has been in there a little too long. I've never grown these before. Look, the roots are coming out of the bottom to begin with. Gotta get them out of here. Glad I decided to do this. I think I can only get 2 in here today. That's it. So I want them to spread their little wings. I get some more dirt. Came across some worms before. For being a gardener, I'm not wild about worms. This takes me back to college biology and dissecting worms. I really probably need a bigger pot for these, and I think I'm gonna wait until Moose arises. Whoa. You know what? My camera does not respond to gloves. I have to take my gloves off. A great big giant pot here. I had lavender in it and it died. It was a beautiful red color, but not anymore. And I'm going to use it to plant this beautiful Primavera. The color is denim, which is just gorgeous. And I have a feeling that it's going to grow tall, so I'm going to put it in a large pot and probably do a lot of spreading. It blooms early in the spring and great for continuous blooms all summer long. So we'll try it. Fill up the pot with dirt now. And we're going to take it out, see how the roots are doing on this one. Oh yeah. A little root bound, but it will be free when it gets in this big pot. So I have to break up some of the dirt. And I'm going to put it in here. Oh, very, very heavy, but I filled up this big pot and I'm going to stick it right in here. Yeah, it is very root bound. Okay. So now more dirt, and then I have to lift it down. Okay. A lot of the old dirt and the soil that we've had in the garden has gotten very wet because it's been kind of a wet month last month, and the garden got a little soggy. We have dirt under bark, and later in the week, my son Matthew and his son Matthew and his son Dolly, we call him Dolly, and Lauren are going to come up and help to put new bark in our garden. I sink in the garden when I walk in there now, and I really probably am going to turn off the water, and we're going to let the garden dry out a little bit, and I'll water it individually. So this might be it in this pot. How's that look? I think that looks pretty. And then I'll put the red in another one. I really don't think 3 in this pot will do. Okay. To take the gloves off. Just planted this Dianthus called First Love. And this, we found out, is a very interesting plant. Moose tells me that these are very fragrant. So anything fragrant he loves. And can you see some little white ones and some pink ones, some blue ones? I've mixed some Miracle Grow in here, about 2 tablespoons to this watering can. And of course, now that we've planted, we need to fertilize. Plants are gonna be happy. Am I gonna make it to the end with 1 barrel almost? Pretty Primavera. My planting is finished for the morning.
Yeah.
It's 10:20 and all the lovely things are planted. You see me in my matching garden attire today. Might be another color tomorrow. And now I am about ready to have my morning avocado, which I am addicted to. And my lemon infused water. I'm being so healthy today. We are now into the painting phase of the day, and the garden gnomes, I have chosen this fellow, and since a lot of the gnomes are supposed to be very, very ancient, I'm going to paint his beard white. Moose, what are you doing?
This is a GI. This is Uncle Sam. And I'm going to paint his beard red, white, and blue.
Well,
No shade, I'm the artist. Don't say whoa.
that's very creative. Very good. Okay. And by the way, look at these oranges. Can you see this? Micah just came down. He has the most gorgeous navel orange tree. He also has some avocado trees, but they're not mature enough yet. And Colleen loves kumquats, and they have kumquats galore. I found this book just now, and it's so interesting. I never really have read it all the way through, but here's some pictures of gnomes on the front, and there's little descriptions. His feet are slightly turned in, and that's so he can run fast over grass, dry leaves, or through the forest. Isn't that funny? The other little guy has a tool bag attached to his belt, and his boots are made of deer fur. All sorts of little tidbits about gnomes. Folklore, of course. There was a page in here I just found, and it was all about when the animals get injured in the forest, a little gnome might find him and give him first aid. So, what do you think about that, Moose? Tell me while I'm filming, say something, and then I'm going to shut it off. Okay, I think I'm finished for the day. I will get to him tomorrow, but he's going to be an old white-haired gnome. But he can't run very fast through the forest because his feet are too far apart. So he must be a gnome that does other things. Bye. I think the hummingbirds need a little better drink of water. This is getting a little old. I think the hummingbirds need some more. They seem to be loving the other very red one behind us. And so this one I'm gonna refill. I finished everything. Today we concentrated on the garden, which is such a happy time for Bill and I. We did some gnome painting, and it's such a fulfilling hobby for Bill and I at this point in our lives. I think you should try it. If any of you have any garden stories or bird watching stories or any stories about a hobby that you enjoy, please comment and let us know. And we'd love it if you subscribed and share. We have a lot more to talk about for anyone, especially seniors, who are trying to fulfill all the facets of aging, emotional and physical, but you gotta stay happy and you gotta work at it. So goodbye for now. It's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon and time to go in and let's see about some late lunch for Moose. Love you. Bye-bye.